you have a paternity case, you are within your rights to request a paternity test. A DNA test will be conducted between you and the child to ensure that the child at question is your biological child. If the child in question is not your biological child, then your case could well be over right then. Paternity isn't always based on biology. There are legal paternities that are established by the nature of the relationship. So if a child is born during the marriage, the husband may be the legal father of that child, even if he is not the biological father. If you find yourself in that position, it's important to consult with an attorney to understand what rights and responsibilities you have in that paternity action. So there are many ways that paternity is established in the state of Alabama. One can be through marriage. If a child is born during the marriage, the court will assume that the husband of the mother is the father of the child. It can also be established through a voluntary acknowledgement of paternity. This is a document that is signed by both the father and the mother, typically at the time of the child's birth, although it can be signed within the child's minority. It is a voluntary acknowledgement by both parties that the man is the father of the child. That can be done with a DNA test, that can be done without a DNA test. Paternity can also be established through a court action, either through a private court action or through state court action, like through the Department of Human Resources. If someone is bringing a paternity action against you and you do not believe that you are the biological father of that child, you can request a DNA test. And if shown that you are not the father, typically you will be able to dismiss that action against you. So in a paternity case, inevitably, it will also be linked with other actions for custody, visitation, and support. So timing and documentation of that paternity case is important. The earlier that paternity is established, the earlier there will be rights to visit. So you may have an informal agreement of, that's my child and I will see that child when I can, or on this day or on that day. But none of that's really enforceable until it goes through the court. So if you are worried that your partner or your former partner will not agree in the future as to what the terms you guys have decided, it's best to get that documented and in writing and filed with the court so that it is enforceable by the court. In paternity cases, which inevitably become child custody and child support cases, the court will look back and may hold a parent responsible for child support retroactively up to 2 years. So if you believe that you are the father of a child and you are not supporting that child, and the child's mother goes to court for paternity and child support, you could be looking at a hefty bill on the back end for up to 2 years of back support that wasn't paid. On the flip side of that, if you believe this to be your child and you're paying support for a child that's not yours, and then you find out it's not, there's not going to be a lot that the court's going to be able to do. So if there are questions, it's best to find that out immediately. Usually the request for a DNA test will trigger an emotional response, and rightfully so. If that is a question, then personally I would want to have that question resolved so that both parties can move forward with whether it is a co-parenting relationship or that child can move forward with the rightful father. If you have questions about paternity, please give us a call. We'd be happy to help.